What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another gear review. Today we're going to be looking at the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel. Now this is the second of these shovels I have purchased. First one I bought about 4 years ago. I've used that one quite a bit. I was very happy with it. And I was outfitting another bag. Currently I have 3 different backpacks. I have my overnight, my week backpack if I'm going to be out for, a week, and then I've got my big backpack, which means I'm going to be out for longer than a week. And I know that's kind of crazy, it's kind of a thing, but I said, you know what, let me make 3 bags instead of repacking every time I want to do something. And anyway, long story short, I've since replaced that cold steel, and I put it in my truck. I keep it in my truck just in case I need to dig myself out if I get stuck or something. So, pretty happy with this shovel. But before we get into giving you a better look at it and everything, let me just give you some basic info. This design of an e-tool or shovel literally dates back to the Napoleonic Wars of Europe. It's been around since the time of the Tsars. Now, that might not mean much to some people, but, it kind of says to me you came up with a design that works and you stick with it. It is listed on Amazon between $29 and $32, depending on if you get the sheath or not. Its listed weight is 1.6 pounds, which we will be checking that. Cool thing is, this is a wood handle, and it is attached with 2 screws, you can see right there. So if you break this handle, you can replace the handle. You can get a replacement off Amazon for $8.95. Or, if you're feeling very bushcrafty, you could go out into the woods and cut yourself a limb and whittle one out. That's the beauty of this design. Now, let me give you a closer look at it. First, we'll take a look at the sheath. The sheath is very well done, and you can fit a pretty large belt in there. In fact, let me grab my ruler, and let's take a look at how big this area is. 4 3/4 inches, or about a little over 12 centimeters. So that's a pretty big loop right there. Then you've got this loop up here on top, which you could fit a carabiner through or something. Or you could just use paracord and run this, excuse me, run this through some MOLLE on a backpack. So, I like the sheath. You can see it's got little cold steel on the buttons. Okay. Give you a look. This one's brand spanking new. Haven't done anything with it yet. Now, this handle has a finish on it. It's kind of a slick like finish. My other one, I stripped that finish off and I gave it a tung oil finish, just because these slick finishes, especially on outdoor tools, tend to be slippery. Let me give you some basic dimensions on all this. The blade width of the spade part here is from end to end about 5 7/8 of an inch, or 14.92 centimeters. That's from here to here. The blade length, that's the spade blade length from the tip to where you'd put your foot here, so from my thumb to my ring finger, is 7 3/8 of an inch, or 18.73 centimeters. And the overall length from end to tip is 20 3/8 of an inch, or 51.75 centimeters. So not too bad. we're going to go ahead and we're going to check this weight and see if it's close to this 1.6 pounds. See what we got here. Okay, set it to pounds, see if I can balance this on there. 1 pound 9 5/8 of an ounce, just the shovel. If we add the sheath, we get 1 pound and 15 1/4 ounces, so almost 2 pounds with the sheath. In kilograms, you're looking at 724 grams. And then we add the sheath, and you're looking at 886 grams. So it's got a little bit of weight to it. It's a hefty tool. Now, one of the cool things about this design, it's very robust. This whole edge here is sharp, believe it or not. There's actually an edge there. You can use it as a lightweight, almost like a lightweight hatchet or axe. Of course, you can dig with it. I could be here all day talking about all the crazy things I've seen people do with it. And literally, I've seen some crazy stuff. People even using it as a frying pan. I don't recommend that, though. I suppose if you were in an extreme survival situation, whatever you got, whatever goes. But it just so happens I have a little chore to do, and I have the shovel, so we're going to go outside and we're going to do it. I have some stupid groundhogs on my property, and I'm kind of at war with them, and I got to go fill in one of their holes. So we're going to take this shovel out there. We're going to fill in a hole. So let me take you with me. As you can see, Mr. Groundhog has dug a nice little hole out here. And I'm going to fill it in and put some rocks over this. Try to prevent him from redigging it out. This is how I spend my day-to-day when I'm not at work. At war with groundhogs, I swear. Okay, we got a nice root here. So you got that edge. See that? Slice that edge, that root right off like it was nothing. Now, I'm gonna go get some stones put on here, and this chore will be done. So, you saw me cut that root. Here is a limb off a tree I cut down, and you could use this to delimb or cut. And that's about inch diameter, or what, about 3 centimeter. That went almost all the way through. So you could use it to do light cutting jobs like that. I actually have another cutting job over here that needs to get done, so let's go over there. This tree is growing over here near my barn, and I've cut it down a couple times with a machete. It just keeps coming back. So we're going to use the cold steel shovel. And there it is. Cut that sucker right down. No problem. So let's say we need to use this, and we're going to use this piece and make a tent stake. Now, there's a point. It's not perfect, but that would work as the point. Let's see if we can make a notch here. So very crude, but there would be our notch. There's our point. Let me taper that end off. Okay, it's very crude, but that would work as a tent stake, no problem. So there you go, just like a small hatchet or axe. I just gave you a brief glimpse of some of the capabilities of the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel. We did one of my chores, one of my endless chores, filling in a groundhog hole. Oh my God. I swear, dude, if there was a good way to get rid of them, I would love to know it. But there isn't. And we made a tent stake, and we used it to chop down a small sapling. So, light machete or hand hatchet, small axe, it can do a lot of that. But that's only if this edge is maintained. As soon as this edge starts getting dull, you know, it's not going to chop as well. Another thing, you got to clean these off when you're done. See, I got a little bit of dirt and everything going on here. Clean it off, and this edge that's here that doesn't have paint on it, well, I'm going to put a little bit of oil, mineral oil on that. Otherwise, if you don't, it'll rust while it's in the sheath. Especially if you live in a humid area like I do here in Michigan. It's pretty humid out there. So you need to take care of your stuff. And that's all I got to say about the Special Forces shovel e-tool. It's a great little e-tool. It's not bad for the price. It does what it is advertised to do, and it's very robust. Another thing I want to note is this is welded right here. So where it comes around, it's welded, and that's good. I have another one of these in titanium that I'm going to be doing a review on, and it's not welded. But you'll see that later. But that's all I got to say, folks. I hope to see you out in the woods, maybe digging a hole or two, or maybe chopping something. Thank you for watching.